Cloud. Hey, well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Share the Light uh, opportunity meeting here. And very excited. This is Gregory Muscari in Bozeman, Montana. And we're going to be talking about breakthroughs in light technology from LifeWave. And so I'm just going to start right in with our presentation. So I think there's one thing we can probably all agree about, and health is our greatest wealth. And if you are ever at risk at losing it, you know exactly what I mean. And number two, let's face it, the symptoms of aging and disease, they are just not fun, whether it's dental issues, brain fog, joint mobility, fine lines and wrinkles, cardiovascular. These are all symptoms of aging and disease, and they're not fun. And maybe they're even avoidable. So that the reason you have those symptoms is because the older you get, the faster you age and the slower you heal due to the natural decline of our body's number one repair system, stem cells. In fact, by age 30, they've decreased by 50%. By age 60, only a small percentage remain. And oh my gosh, I finally figured out what I want to be when I get older. I want to be younger. And I bet you some of you can relate to that. So let me ask two personal questions. If you could change one thing in your health or in the health of someone you love and care for, what would it be? Number two, what impact would reducing or eliminating that issue have on your or their quality of life? And while you're pondering that, I'm just going to give a general disclaimer. Our LifeWay products are not designed intended to heal, treat, cure, or diagnose any disease. They do, however, help bring our bodies back into a much healthier, regenerative mode, and many times wonderful things then begin to happen. So this is David Schmidt, and he's our visionary founder and CEO. And David's not only a brilliant scientist and researcher, he's a genius inventor now with over 250 patents, been on the leading edge of phototherapy research and science for over 24 years, and he's already conducted over 90 clinical studies proving the efficacy of LifeWave phototherapy products. So I'd like to play a little short video about David to just give you a flavor of who this wonderful, enlightened being is.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. There is more information there than most people would ever realize. I was 8 years old, and my parents wanted to take me to the workshop of Thomas Edison. On the drive back home, I said to my dad, I want to be an inventor. Light, as it turns out, is the primary control mechanism for everything else that happens in the body. What if we could have an external electromagnetic field that would essentially reset the stem cells that are already in our bodies and get them to function like younger, healthier cells? What if in the process we actually found out that in a book that was written thousands of years ago, that information already existed? God has left his fingerprint in natural design, and that blueprint shows up in nature. The mathematical codes are identical. The implications to this are absolutely extraordinary. What drives me is that there's this enormous sense of hope that we can create technology to generate clean energy, that we can have foods that aren't genetically modified, and we can meet all of the needs on the planet that we have to, and that we can heal people.
What a blessing it is to be working with such an inspired, heart-centered genius. So let's just talk a little bit about where LifeWave has been from the beginning. And the company was founded back in 2004. And for the first 14 years, LifeWave built a foundation with its primary products and patches. And in fact, David Schmidt originally developed the breakthrough patch technology back in 2000 for exclusive use by Navy SEALs to increase their battle-ready strength, stamina, and performance without the use of drugs, stimulants, or caffeine. And that's when the first wave then started in 2004 when David Schmidt started LifeWave with the same energy patch developed for the Navy SEALs in order to bring it to the technology to the masses. So LifeWave's focus from the beginning is to enhance and extend life with breakthroughs in light therapy technology. And during our first 14 years, we built a foundation and an infrastructure and manufacturing capacity necessary to support the second wave in LifeWave's historic award-winning future. And the second wave was born in 2019 with the launch of X39. That was our big bang. And some are calling that the X39 the holy grail of health, healing, and regeneration. This took 10 years of stem cell research, resulting in over 70 patents. And we now have an affordable breakthrough in wellness technology. We're actually doing what the multi-billion dollar companies, Big Pharma, had not been able to do. And when used in conjunction with proper nutrition and hydration, X39 has proven to activate a very specific copper peptide that supports and enhances stem cell activity while also altering gene expression towards a younger or more vibrant you. And as a result, LifeWave is now an award-winning, debt-free, 22-year-old leader in wellness technologies. In fact, during this second wave, we're calling it, the 7 years since the birth of X39, the company grew from 20 million a year to over 500 million a year with no end in sight. So I'm going to play a short little video about X39.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHKCU, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Wow. So let me just further explain a little bit how the power of the patch works, how X39 and all of our patches work. Certainly, this is a historic breakthrough in holistic wellness. It's exclusive, it's patented, it's a wearable patch, affordable, safe, non-transdermal, and drug-free, based on the science of photobiomodulation. I know that's kind of a mouthful, but LifeWave patches contain very specific combinations of organic materials and nanocrystals, and when they are applied or near your body, they're activated by the infrared heat or the light emanating from your body, and then they begin to emit very specific wavelengths of light that stimulate targeted and beneficial biochemical responses in your body. So at the same time, supporting your body's innate ability to heal itself. So now, one of the newer products that we came out with recently is Celergized Morning. And you can start your day with Celergized Morning, which enhances all of the benefits of LifeWave patches. You need proper support, you need proper nutrition and hydration for the patches to work optimally. And Celergized Morning was designed to work with X39 and all of our patches to further enhance the benefits. Because some people who are improperly nourished, deficiencies in vitamins, minerals, and key elements don't get as quick and as successful results with the patches because the patches need that raw material to work. And Celergize ensures you're going to maximize your benefits with X39 and all of our patches. I'm going to play a short little video. Sounds kind of low on it. Apologize for that.
You're already powering up with X39. Now power on with Celergize Morning. It's the science of synergy. Daily nutritional support combined with cutting-edge technology to offer healthy cellular protection as a foundation for all-day activity. Our science-backed ingredient profile pairs perfectly with your favorite LifeWave patches to support normal energy-yielding metabolism and the reduction of tiredness and fatigue. Energize your day with nourishing ingredients designed to support the health and vitality of your body, beginning at the cellular level. Celergize Morning is packed with a dynamic blend of essential vitamins and minerals that contribute to cellular protection from oxidative stress, normal cognitive function, and immune system support. Whether you're an early riser or like to ease into your routine, Celergize Morning sets the pace for the day ahead. Celergize Morning. Start strong, power on. Be the light. LifeWave.
I'm going to tell you, I used to start my day with a cup of coffee. Now I start it with a glass of Celergized Morning, and I love, love, love it. So, um, so yes, we have patents, clinical studies, field results proving that X39 is actually helping turn back your biological clock, helping people of all ages to look, feel, perform, and live younger. And, the evidence is in how you feel. And some of the benefits you'll experience from X39, the first is energy. And usually people say from the first day, said, I had so much energy. But you know what they also say? And I had the best night's sleep I've had in ages because it also increased the quality of your sleep. And how about sports performance? Using X39 not only enhances sports performance, it enhances recovery after exercise. And some X39 users over the age of 50 reported feeling stronger than and more fit than they were back in their 20s and 30s. And so lightweight patches are now used by pro and amateur athletes all around the world in almost every sport. And you know what? The media's begin to notice, and you might too, if you look carefully at some of your favorite athletes, and you'll see these little white patches on their bodies, and those are LifeWave phototherapy patches. Now, another benefit is brain health. We've done a number of clinical studies proving that the continued use of X39 is enhancing brain health and brain function, and many people report improved memory, focus, and cognitive function. And how about wrinkle reduction? We suggest to all people take pictures. It's very noticeable over an 8 to 12 week period. And along with wrinkle reduction is scar reduction. And this is a phenomenon called remodeling, which reduces the appearance of scars. And, so again, when you start on X39, take some before and after pictures of those fine lines and wrinkles and maybe some scars that you might have. And finally, hair growth. A lot of anecdotal reports from many users experience increased quality, quantity, and speed of their hair growth. So the bottom line is youth renewal. The result is a better, healthier, more vital you to spend with your loved ones, with your kids and your grandkids. Aging is a feeling, not the number of candles on your cake. And you can live well and vital way on into your senior years. Now, this is history in the making because this is what happened over the last 7 years with the launch of X39. Our company's grown about 3,000%, one of the fastest growing network marketing companies in the world, certainly a rising star in the $8 trillion longevity market. And there's no doubt we're on our way to $1 billion. And now I'd like to talk to you about the third wave. And this is the third wave. After 7 years of research, development, and clinical testing, we are launching the world's first water technology that infuses water with light. And it just was launched in April of this year. And it's amazing. It's beyond belief. And the results people are having speak for themselves. So I'm going to play a short little video about the
Water
X2O.
sustains life. But what if it could do more than hydrate? What if it could deliver light directly into the body? Introducing the LifeWave X2O water technology system, the first and only water technology system that infuses water with light. LifeWave X2O is a category-defining technology that transforms how we experience water through the power of light. Using patented light infusion technology, it energizes every drop of water you drink, releasing light into the body and making it available internally in a way never before possible. Every drop is transformed before it reaches your glass. The result is hydration optimized at the cellular level, supporting metabolism and nutrient absorption, supporting bioelectrical activity, energy levels, and circulation, enhancing wellness and vitality. For many, the impact feels immediate. Results in seconds, helping to optimize key physiological functions, with some reporting effects occurring within seconds of consumption. And through hydrogen infusion, delivering antioxidant properties that support the body's natural defenses. When hydration works at the cellular level, you feel it where it matters, in how you move, in how you perform, and in how you recover. Designed to amplify the benefits of LifeWave's non-transdermal patches and Cellergize supplements, it becomes a powerful part of your daily wellness routine. You drink it, you feel it. A new era in cellular hydration, powered by light. LifeWave X2O.
Be the light and drink the light with our light-infused water. So what are people saying about the LifeWave technologies? I'm going to play a few short testimonials for you.
X39 has really changed my life. I'm not stuck at home in pain in bed. I'm out here with my friends and enjoying my family.
Big thank you to LifeWave for helping me, helping my family, and helping the 100 people now in our team who are using LifeWave daily and their families. Big thank you. Love the products.
And I have energy through the roof.
I sleep better. I have so much more energy.
Throughout the day, I can focus better. I can concentrate in my work.
Our church worship service lasts 45 minutes. For the last 2 years, I've not been able to stand that long. 2.5 weeks into wearing the X39 patch, the pastor said, "You can now be seated." It dawned on me at that moment that, my goodness, I've been standing this whole time, didn't realize it.
After starting using the technology for approximately 2 weeks, my pain completely disappeared.
32 years of pain gone in 3 days.
I just love the products. They just help me to feel younger and younger year after year.
Thank God for X39.
My skin become younger, softer, firmer.
It's been really amazing.
I love X39 because it really helped reduce the inflammation in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
Wow.
X39.
So it's not just what people are saying they're using your products. I'm proud to tell you that we have hundreds and thousands of doctors around the country, health practitioners of all different types, medical doctors, DCs, NDs, massage therapists, energy workers, you name it, using the products in their practice, in their own body, with their own families. And we're very blessed to have the gentleman in the center stage there, Dr. Jeffrey Hubbard from Texas, from Dallas, Texas, been using these patches with himself, his family, and his patients for several years. And Dr. Jeff, if you wouldn't mind turning on, maybe we could chat for a few minutes about this.
I'm all ears and excited to talk about LifeWave as per
Oh
usual.
my gosh, so good to see you. It's always
So
good to
good to
see
see
you.
you too. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes, sir.
yeah. So, Dr. Jeff, I'm just wondering, be a medical doctor, and, for a lot of medical doctors, this is woo-woo, but you're open-minded enough to really look and when you looked, you liked what you saw. Tell us a little bit about your initial, you know, evaluation and what enabled you to make the decision to put your name behind it, because this is your reputation and your practice, and start using LifeWave.
Yeah, absolutely. So I kind of come from a slightly unique background. I had the opportunity to learn about some other modalities before going to medical school. So I was familiar with chiropractic and acupuncture and had been to Africa several times, been to Asia a couple of times. So I had the opportunity to see a little more than traditional
Mhm.
allopathic healthcare. So that kind of just always kept kept the options open and possible. And so I knew even matriculating through medical school that nutrition was unbelievably important. And so I was introduced to a nutritional company that eventually created relationships that led me to LifeWave. All right. So the information that I received on that wonderful day, it came from a trusted individual. So that kind of let my guard down a little bit. She was adamant that this was something that was really powerful and had the opportunity to make a dramatic impact on those who we introduced it to. So
Mhm.
immediately I was, okay, between me and you, she bribed me with lunch, guys. Okay. She bribed me with
That
lunch
worked.
and she put the 15th anniversary booklet in my lap. And immediately I thought, wow, 15 years. How did I not hear about this? How is this not on my radar? This is not something that's new. This has been something that's been going on for quite some time. So that
Mhm.
really sparked my interest
Mhm.
because normally direct sale network marketing companies, either they have a really great company or they have a really great product. Usually it's not both. But I knew with 15-year track record, the product had to be pretty darn good and the company had to be awesome as well. So that piqued my interest enough to buy my first batch of patches and try them. And within a day or two, I was already starting to notice some things that I could not deny. Right, I hadn't changed anything else.
Mhm.
So my improved sleep, my mood, my energy level, just some of the uh, I love this one gentleman's description of his patch experience. He says, it feels like I get plugged into the outlet. That's kind of what I was feeling like during those first couple of days. I'm like,
That's
wow, I
great.
just really feel a lot more like myself. So
Uh-huh.
that got me motivated and excited to share it with my immediate circle. And
Mhm.
then from there, it's just continued to blossom ever since.
Isn't that beautiful? So, tell us about a few, cool experiences or results you've seen with some friends and patients that you've put on the patches.
100%. So one of the first people that I introduced this to, I call him my uncle because I've literally known him my whole life. He went
Uh-huh.
to college with my dad, and his wife, and his daughter are healthcare people. They have assisted living facilities down in Houston, and so I was already planning a trip. I said, "Hey, Unc, I got to see you. I want to introduce you to something, so on and so forth." So he said, "Well, come by." Um, the assisted living and let's talk. And so we were just sitting there and he was like, well, we've got this patient back here, this resident, we've been having a difficult time getting this ulcer to heal that's on his leg. And we've just been worried that it's going to get infected, worried that we're going to have to take him to the emergency room, et cetera. So he said, let's see what these patches can do, right? You're excited, you're motivated, let's put them to the test. Guys, that was Friday night,
Uh-huh.
Sunday afternoon, before coming back to Dallas. Ulcer that was this big was now that big and was starting to scab over. And I was like,
And how
we've
long
got
had it been there
something.
before you
Say
got
again.
there? How long did he have the ulcer?
They have been working on it for at least a month.
A
So I
month.
mean, it was not getting bigger, but it definitely wasn't healing either. And just
Yeah.
2 days, 48 hours or less, actually,
Oh
with
my
the
God.
X39, and it was starting to make improvements. I have seen people with severe lower lumbar issues, all sorts of radiculopathies where their vertebrae are not sitting flush on top of each other and it's causing
Mhm.
pain and discomfort. You know, I
Mhm.
find that I don't even know the statistic, but there's a lot of life waivers who found interest in the patches because they have low back pain.
Mhm.
Um,
Very common.
and so there was a lot going on with this lady. We put a few patches on her low back, and she was like, I cannot believe this. 6 or 7 years I've been battling with some degree of discomfort. And you're telling me just a few little stickers made this big difference. She was just over the moon. And that's a recurring theme. Okay. Whether it's hips or backs or shoulders or knees, any joint discomfort, any musculoskeletal issue is usually improved to some degree when you apply these patches. So that's
Very
something that
rapidly.
we really
Very
noticed.
rapidly.
Absolutely. Within 20 or 30 minutes, people can tell you there's a significant decrease.
It's mind-blowing, really. It almost defies logic that this little patch with these nanocrystals can create such a huge difference in people very quickly for some, but very substantially for others over a period of time. Talk about some of the longer term results you've seen with people with the patches.
Well, we were just talking about this on Ask Dr. Jeff a little bit ago.
Hmm.
Um, there are all of these new studies, new research and information that gives us more perspective about signaling between the different immune cells, right? And I think
Hmm.
we can all agree that the immune system is very important because it helps to repair, rebuild, and regenerate. And if that signaling is not happening effectively, it's disjointed. I like to describe
Hmm.
our immune system like the military, right? So
Hmm.
you've got your army over here, you got your navy over here, you got your marines over here, you got your coast guard, you got your air force. Everybody has their role and responsibility to protect the nation and make sure we're good to go, right? If they're not communicating effectively, if military intelligence is not getting the communication to the place where activity needs to happen, that response is going to be disjointed and less effective. That's essentially what happens as we age. The X39, X49, the molecule that they increase based upon our research is GHKCU and AHKCU. They're cousins. When they work together, they enhance the way this signaling happens, right? And that is something we use to refer to as gene expression modulation, not to get too deep down into the scientific weeds, but basically that makes sure that the divisions of our military, if you will, are communicating effectively. And those cells are rebuilding, repairing, regenerating with the right sequence, the right communication, and the right efficacy. So over time, whatever issue might be challenging, let's just talk about longevity, right? Let's just talk about slowing down the aging process. since that's what our founder and our founder and our fearless leader love so much is the longevity
Mhm.
conversation. If
Mhm.
you're making healthier, newer, younger cells,
Yes.
voila, guess what? You're younger now. So that's just that simple. And this is something very interesting. It's a phenomenon. I don't know if we've talked about this before in previous conversations, but every 7 years
Hmm.
you have a new body. I don't know if you
Mm.
guys have heard that. It
Hmm.
doesn't happen all at once. You don't just go into the cocoon and come out with a brand new body every 7 years. But
Darn.
all I know, right? But all of your cells, all of your organs over the 7 year period turn over.
Hmm.
And so I'm just excited. I'm almost to my anniversary of wearing the patches for 7 years consecutively, and I want to see how much younger I am. I feel younger. I think most people would say I look younger than I did. I definitely have slimmed down, trimmed down some things that even I didn't necessarily want to have happen. They're happening with my body, and I think the
Mhm.
innate intelligence of the cells is taking over. It overrides what you may want to have happen. It overrides what the vanity stakes and things that you may be interested in, and just makes you your best version of yourself.
It's amazing because, you've been in the company many years, like my wife Robin and I, and every time we go to a corporate event, everybody you see looks like they're younger than they were last year. And you hear people talking about going to their high school and college reunions and looking around at all these old people and going, whoa, I guess they're not using X39.
Yeah,
You definitely can tell.
exactly.
And the proof is in the blood test too.
Yeah.
Maybe you can talk about that because, without getting too deep into it, but people who go get annual physicals, annual blood workups, typically after they've been on the patches for a little while, the doctor says, wow, what are you doing? And they don't really, most of them really don't want to know. But the proof is in you're growing younger.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I'm always encouraging, even though I don't necessarily agree with all the approaches of traditional allopathy, obviously labs and information and data is valuable.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I encourage everybody to be informed,
Yeah.
even if you don't choose to listen to what your doctor is going to say after that. At least you have the data in front of you, and
Mhm.
you can say, you know what, doc, I want to take a more natural, holistic approach, however that conversation goes, and you incorporate that. And when the numbers stay steady or improve, I mean, the conversation shifts. They're going to start asking you, well, what are you doing? What are you eating? How are you doing this? And how are you? And then you get the opportunity to say, well, hey, 2 years ago, my knee wouldn't allow me to walk 5,000 steps a day, but now I religiously walk 5,000 steps a day.
That's so awesome.
I used to drink X amount of cups of coffee and just kind of be caffeinated throughout the day. Now I take Celergize and I feel motivated and, sort of encouraged throughout my day, and I'm sleeping great. And the patches have me feeling, so motivated and upbeat, so that's what I really thoroughly enjoy seeing people in person. Obviously, Zoom has created this circumstance where we can have this
Mhm.
communication from the comfort of our own homes, but it's just
Yeah.
something special about
Yeah.
seeing and feeling somebody's energy and hugging them and all of that
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah.
And you really can see that this is not a farce. People are
Mhm.
really improving.
Yeah.
People are really happy. People are
Mhm.
just normally bubbly. It's not something
Yeah.
just that we
It
put
is.
on for Zoom,
It is.
So that's a really great thing.
So one last question for you because we're kind of out of time, but X2O,
Yes,
light
sir.
infused water. Oh my gosh, what do you think about that?
Is simply phenomenal. And to me, I'll just share this. We're rolling into this year's convention. Last year's convention, I'm still reeling about the documentary we had a chance to see and
Hmm.
just how this all came about. It is
Hmm.
truly of God, first of
Hmm.
all. Doesn't matter uh, what denomination, what thought process you have.
Mhm.
When you see the way that this came about, there's no coincidences there. And I also love the fact that we're getting photobiomodulation on the outside. Now we can get photobiomodulation on the inside.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I just love that because so many of us have an unhealthy gut and we're not doing anything about it. We don't know what to do about it. They estimate that 95% of the population has some degree of leaky gut. So if we could just resolve that problem of having more healthy digestion, imagine how much more healthy we are by getting nutrition into our gut because the water is helping us to have appropriate bowel and liver function and pancreatic function and all the things. So I'm just thrilled. And again, I was here for the beginning of X39. All the things they told us X39 was going to do, that happens, plus a multitude of other things that I don't think even David knew were going to happen.
Yeah.
And so I think the X20 is going to do the exact same thing. We're seeing amazing things happen right now, but what's going to happen 2 or 3 years down the road of consistency with the water?
I'll give one short story and then we'll wrap this up about X2O because uh, my wife Robin and I have a friend here who's a colon therapist, and we got her one of the early beta test machines last year, and she started giving a glass of water to everybody comes into her business for a colonic, and she said she's now getting the same results with 2 or 3 colonics. It used to take 5 to 7. So so her colonic business is going down, but she's filling the gap because she's getting more referrals, and she loves the commission because she's sold like 30 of these
Oh
water
my goodness.
systems
That's
because the
amazing.
people, you drink it and you feel it, and she's got the evidence. She sees what's coming out. Okay.
Right.
So it's amazing. So thank you, Dr. Jeff. It's always good to see you. Can't wait to see you on the next channel, and see you in October at our national conference.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it. Keep doing your
Beautiful.
thing. I love
I
this
got a few more
program.
slides I'm just going to share to kind of wrap this up. And let me see if I can find, here we go. And so thank you again, Dr. Jeff. So I want to just boast a little bit about our new global headquarters and welcome center. In 2024, we opened up a new global headquarters in Utah. And within it is a state-of-the-art space-age welcome center, actually designed by the set designers of Star Trek. And when you walk in, it's like walking into the Starship Enterprise. We now distribute to over 80 countries. We have 16 global distribution centers, and we're in the business of sharing the light. We need help getting the word out on our patented exclusive breakthrough products. We have no competition. Simple, duplicatable success system with free websites, training and support, very low cost of entry, and the satisfaction of being rewarded for making a difference in people's lives and health. So we're a debt-free 22-year-old company, business in 80 countries with a very exciting compensation plan that actually pays out 50% of sales to brand partners, as opposed to sending the money to Wall Street or Madison Avenue. They send it to Main Street to people just like you and I. So in closing, there's 3 ways to get started with LifeWave. Number 1 is a retail customer with X39. It's $149 for a 1-month supply. That's 30 patches, 1 a day, on in the morning, off at night. And there's a 90-day money-back guarantee. Now, a better way to get started is as a preferred customer, because you actually get a 33% discount, a 50% discount on a 1-month supply of X39. And all it requires is you get on our monthly auto ship subscription. So you're getting your patches delivered automatically to you at the wholesale distributor discounted price. No long-term commitment required. And again, risk-free 90-day money-back guarantee. Now, good, better, what's next? The best way to get started is as a brand partner, because we get paid for sharing. We can earn a part-time or full-time income. There's generous personal rewards for sharing and selling the patches, team rewards and overrides for building a team, getting paid weekly, And we have 4 brand partner starter kits available to choose from, wholesale starter kits, which I'm going to show you just briefly, but then encourage you to get back with the person that invited you here. We also have a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee for new brand partners. So this shows the 4 different packs we have, wholesale packs, which includes our $25 enrollment fee. And each pack provides additional progressive increasing discounts off the wholesale price. You're actually buying below wholesale. So you can see the core pack, you're making for $295, your retail savings is $155. Wholesale savings, you're making it's $30 below wholesale. But as you go up, you can see the bigger packs have greater wholesale and retail savings. So the retail value of a core pack is $450, of the advanced pack $900, et cetera, et cetera. And when you get up to our premium pack, you're getting almost $3,000 worth of products for $1,750, substantial discount. And you're actually buying it below $274 below wholesale. And that's the company's way of helping new people get started right. So ride the waves with LifeWave. Our first wave was 7 years, got us to around 20 million in annual sales. With the birth of X39, this last 7 years has got us to over $500 million in sales. And the third wave is just launching with the addition of the X2O light infused water system. And there's no doubt in our mind that we're going to $1 billion and beyond. So with that being said, I just want to say for my wife, Robin, and I, LifeWave has been an answer to a prayer. Every day we hear miracle stories. Every day we're enhancing and changing lives. And every day we and thousands of other people all around the world are enjoying the blessings of health, vitality, community, and financial success. So again, be the light with LifeWave. Get back with the person who invited you, get your questions answered, choose the X39 wholesale starter kit that's right for you, and just get started today. Thanks very much, everybody. Good night and God bless.